Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple and a Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight's Love and Astrology, we're going to talk about the spring equinox. I am going to offer some free and paid mini readings after the collective reading. I'm going to start with some transits, hot dates for this week, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the spring equinox before we jump in to that collective reading. All right, so remember the week is the 17th through the 23rd, as we're always a week ahead. So if you're looking for what's happening this week, or you just want to check my accuracy, you can go over to my YouTube channel and you can look under the live tab. Please remember we are multi-streaming 3 different platforms. So I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time, and I can see all of your comments. I see everyone coming in. Hi, Michelle, Miss Tina. All right, guys, so let's go over the hot dates for this week, 17th through 23rd, and then I want to tell you a little bit about that spring equinox. I'm so excited it's finally here. This is the astrological new year, right? So I've been waiting for this for the last 3 months, and I'm just really excited it's finally here. All right, so let's talk about it. March 17th, we're going to have the sun in Pisces, and the sun is going to be conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So this is where we're going to be able to tap into some emotional depths. We can definitely get very creative at this time. Art, journaling, daydreaming, all of those things can help you manifest. So keep that in mind as you're being creative, right? March 19th, we have the sun entering Aries. So this is the spring equinox, again, the astrological new year. So this is moving away from all the old, right? And definitely a time to be bold in your actions because you are going to start to see your seeds growing. Also on the 21st, we have the sun, on the 21st, we have the sun in Aries. It's going to be sextile Pluto in Aquarius. So this is determination to succeed. Your personal power is going to build around this time. Also on the 21st, we have Venus in Pisces conjunct Saturn in Pisces. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about this one. This is the one where I told you it makes you feel like your rose-colored glasses have been completely removed, right? And then March 22nd, we have Mars entering Pisces. And this is about fighting our inner demons for the next several weeks. But if you remember when we went over the entire month of March, I said, don't worry because we have new swords and new shields. This energy is all about alignment. All right, so those are going to be your hot dates. And then I've put something together for the spring equinox I want to go over with you guys. Just pulling it up on my screen real quick. All right, so I'm actually going to tell you some fascinating insights about the spring equinox. So the spring equinox is a special event that marks a transition from winter to spring. And it's captivated people from various cultures and traditions. It's an incredible phenomenon that not only has scientific significance, but it also holds profound symbolic meaning. So first, let's understand the scientific aspect of the spring equinox. So the equinox occurs when the Earth's axial tilt is neither inclined away nor towards the sun. So this results in nearly equal daylight and darkness hours all around the world. And this occurs twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. During the spring equinox, the sun shines directly on the equator. So this is leading to equal lengths of day and night. It is a moment of balance where nature finds its equilibrium after a cold and dark winter months, right? Several cold and dark winter months. So now let's move beyond the scientific explanation and explore the symbolic meaning of the spring equinox. It's going to represent triumphs over light over darkness, which is my favorite, right? And the rejuvenation of life. So after enduring the harshness of winter, the arrival of spring brings forth new possibilities, growth, and hope. In many cultures, the spring equinox is celebrated as a time of renewal and transformation. It encourages us to reflect on our lives, shed the negativity, and embrace positive change. The blooming flowers, chirping birds, and longer days all serve as reminders that life is a cycle of constant renewal and growth, and it inspires us to let go of our limitations and embrace the endless potential within ourselves. Now, for some, the spring equinox holds spiritual significance. This is going to be for us, right? And it's associated with themes of balance, harmony, and unity. Just as day and night are perfect equilibrium during this time, we are reminded to find balance in our own lives. We're encouraged to reconcile inner conflicts, bridge divided or bridges to be divided, to put the bridges together, right? And nurture our relationship with others. So the spring equinox also encourages us to reconnect with nature. And as the world awakens from its slumber, it invites us to take a moment and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us. It reminds us that our interconnectedness of all living things and our responsibility to respect and nurture the environment. It reminds us to find balance, embrace change, and appreciate the wonders of nature. And it lets us be inspired by this annual phenomenon to embark on our own journey of growth and transformation. All right, so that's what I had about spring equinox. Jenna, Sandra, I see everybody coming in. All right, guys. Yes, free and paid readings, but please remember, I am going to start with a collective reading first. Are you guys just as excited about the spring equinox as I am? I can definitely tell a shift in energy. I kept saying that I felt like we were kind of building up to this pinnacle moment, right? And then we were going to be able to like start anew. And for me, that's definitely what it feels like. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that whole 2023 and this end of the last of this astrological year has probably been one of the toughest, I would say, since my dark night of the soul, which was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. It would have been 2019, so 5 years ago, right? All right, guys, so you can see on your screen there, those are going to both be the free readings I'm offering. Today is the Pisces new moon, so happy new moon to everyone. We did offer Pisces new moon readings last week. I did create a brand new spread for the spring equinox and for Pisces new moon. Please remember, my moderators are going to be in the comments. So we have Michelle on Facebook. Sandra, is Diana here? Who's seen Diana? I don't see Diana. Interesting. Everything's okay. Over on YouTube. So just let us know. We'll make lists. Please don't, moderators, don't get bombarded by the list. We can always take them one at a time after we're done with the collective reading, right? All right, let me clear the screen. Guys, if anyone does make a purchase reading, energy exchange, please let us know right away in the comments. You do get to jump the free line. All right, so collective energies, just to see where everyone's at. I did pull the Heal Yourself reading cards out. I tend to pull these out when I'm feeling like heavier, lower vibrational energies. I mean, I don't really, I don't want to say that, but it is what it is, right? And it just means that we're in the depth of healing something or like transmuting something. And that's why it feels like so heavy or so challenging. Right now, I'm actually not feeling that energy. Right now, I'm feeling like we've overcome something in this oracle set. Like we've mastered something here. And I think that's the message that Spirit's about to give us. So Heal Yourself reading cards. I'm going to start masculine energy first. It's interesting, when I first started shuffling, the cards definitely felt like they were a little stuck, almost coming like a little bit to a standstill, and they started flowing very smoothly again, so that could mean something. All right, let's look at that masculine energy. We have family and tribe coming out. I do see the rejection card. I feel like the masculine energy could be dealing with some sort of family rejection. whatever it is that they're dealing with in the family situation, it is going to have something to do with their own alignment, with their own purpose, their own journey. I always try to say, like, please remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies. Of course, most of us on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, we do correlate that masculine energy with someone who actually is here in the 3D and awakened us, right? For many of those energies, they do have to deal with karmic ties or karmic lessons, right? I mean, we all have karmic ties and karmic lessons, but it does seem like collectively masculine is trying to master that situation, right? All right, let's look at the feminine energy. I got to touch on the rejection a little bit. I honestly really don't want to, but here we go. Ready? So the masculine energy could feel like they're maybe not supported by their family. Maybe they're not like encouraged or, oh, Spirit, please help me. I feel like they gave their all to something and it wasn't enough for someone. All right, let's do the feminine energy. We have the letting go card. I feel like we've been getting this card, but look at this. We have Phoenix rising, so big confirmation from Spirit. I'm not going to say that we've let go, but I will say that I feel like we've broken away from the codependency. We've mastered the codependency. And you know what's interesting for Divine Feminine? We've mastered the codependency, not because we're super bad. I mean, we are super badass, but it's because of the 250 billion reunions, right? The 250 billion come back together. Like after a while on this journey, you start to realize that like this energy is different than any other energy that you have experienced before, right? Like, I mean, after a while, it's undeniable. So I think that allows us to our faith over fear situation, right? It allows the anxiety to calm down. It allows the codependency to really just go away, because the whole point is that we're supposed to be learning that we have individual purpose here, right? But Divine Feminine, definitely able to let something go, releasing something. It's like we had a grip on something. Our fear caused us to have that grip. But I do sense that that energy, it's almost like the fist, right? And the Queen of the Moon. And it's like the resistance card. It's almost like she's releasing the fist. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. Have the Pride card coming out. Nobody was wrong. Nobody was right. The Courage card is here. It's almost too like we thought we couldn't do something, but come to find out, oh, we can, right? Hi, so I'm going to pull some Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. We're going to look at that Family and Tribe card. For those of you that have counterparts with children, here's something that I think is interesting that I'm starting to gather in my notes. I swear one of these days I'm going to take all my journals and all my writings and all my stuff, and I'm just going to make a statistics book on twin flames, right? But what I'm getting is that for the most of us that have these counterpart energies that do have children, you will see that in their own childhood, just like yourself, right? If you're a twin, you tend to have some childhood wounds. Um, so it's like you'll see they also have those wounds from their childhood, right? And look at the Two of Pentacles in the mirror reflecting back. That's pretty interesting because of what I'm fixing to say. But you will see that these counterparts, and really the feminine too, it doesn't matter, masculine, feminine, you will see that they fight to protect and provide for their children in ways that most people cannot, right? Um, they're the people that are up every day at the crack of dawn, right? They're the people that don't miss work. They're the people that are um, penny pinching, saving, trying to buy the groceries, pay the bills, be responsible adults, right? They're those people. And the reason they are those people is because they didn't have that in their own childhood, right? And it's going to be the same. It doesn't matter like masculine, feminine. It's going to be the same for both sides. So if I'm talking to divine feminine, really the same goes for you too. But I just want you to be able to see that in the counterpart energy. I feel like it's easy for me to have so much compassion for the masculine energy as many times for divine feminine, feminine energy. It seems when we're wounded, we struggle to have compassion and understanding for this side of things, right? For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if like spirit just, I don't know, but it's easy for me to see like why people do the certain things. It's interesting because I had this conversation with one of my sons this week, and I even made the comment. I was like, it's not that I lack compassion. I have compassion. I know I do. I can feel it. And the empathy, I get it. I understand. But just because I have compassion and empathy, and I understand why somebody does something, doesn't mean that I condone something that they do, right? Especially if it's like, you're not supposed to condone. But there's this energy here, like this person may feel rejected in a family situation, and that could just mean that they feel like they're not uh, meeting some, I don't know, level of something, right? And I also feel like they take this rejection and this type of like karmic energy, because the goal is to protect and provide for their offspring, right? And it is because there is a reflection, a self-reflection of their own childhood. All right, so I'm gonna put this one to the side because I feel like Spirit was just giving me confirmation and telling me what to say. We have the Nave of Wands here, so it's like the Page of Wands. This is about getting excited to start a spiritual awakening journey, getting like ready to start the journey, getting excited about it being time to start the journey. I actually seen this card when I was getting all the cards ready for tonight's live, and I did see the guitar, and there's definitely been like music has been the thing, right? I would say for the last couple of weeks, and music with the twin flame journey is like, that's, it's normal. But I feel like for the last couple of weeks, as we built up to this Pisces new moon, which is again today, it's almost like we were bombarded with more synchronicities. We were bombarded with more, the numerology, all the things happening, and the music. The music was intense this week, right? I posted a few songs on Facebook. Guys, if you're not following my Facebook, you're totally missing out. So I try to put the link in the description box of all the videos. You guys are always messaging me and asking me, or emailing me and asking me like how to get on my Facebook. Links are always in the description box. But I've been posting the songs that have been coming to us, like when you guys message me and I noticed that like, hey, this is collective energy, or like we're all hearing these same songs, right? So I've been trying to post them over on Facebook just so you can get confirmation. So when you hear it, you can be like, oh yeah, this is why I keep hearing this song, right? More confirmation comes out because the Lovers is here. It is Gemini, and it is my clue card for the twin flame journey. But again, I'm going to remind everyone that The twin flame journey is not about another person. It never was. It was always about the purpose, right? Like, why did this happen to you? Why did you experience these things? And what are you supposed to do with that information, that energy, right? It was never about that person, why they experienced it, what they're doing, none of that, because they have their own purpose and their own thing that they're supposed to do. But the meaning of the card says that they are choosing to love and heal themselves so that they can come into union, so that they can bring their best self, right? They could be dealing with a Libra energy. We do have the Justice card here. The Justice card says that there has been a great injustice done to this divine masculine. This is the Tarot of a Sweet Twilight. It also says he has his hands full with this situation. All right, let's look at the letting go. So letting go was the divine feminine energy. I do feel like this is something about, look how divine masculine is mastering the rejection energy, and look how divine feminine is mastering the release, able to release and surrender to the journey. So we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is that energy where like you feel stuck, like you feel like you can't do something. You feel like you don't have any options. You don't have any choices. You always see, like, look how our chair is so high up in the water, right? And it's like, if I get down here, I could drown, right? But the water is actually really always very shallow in the Two of Swords. So it's like, it's not as dangerous as she thinks. It's not as sketchy as she thinks. It's not as scary as she thinks. She's not really stuck, and she actually has several options. And we have the Nave of Pentacles. Nave, look at this. We have the Nave of Wands here, which is the spiritual awakening, right? We have the Nave of Pentacles here. Remember, Naves are like pages, so they're students. They're not at their fullest potential, right? And you can see that this student fixing to start a new journey, fixing to start this route. It does look like a very lengthy route. There's a long ways to go. It's the energy that I'm hearing. And the star is here. Bright hope for the future. I am going to close some messages when we get to that part of the collective, but for myself, this right before the live, I always do my own little mini reading. I got that I'll always have hope cards. So pretty interesting that we see that Aquarius energy where it's all about hope. And I even talked about spring equinox. See how like she's watering herself. But the spring equinox is about, like, this is when we are nourishing those seeds, right? This is when we're nourishing. All right, so the Pride card. The Pride card means that you're not always right about a situation, right? I feel like it was more about thinking you couldn't do something. So we've seen the Courage card on the bottom. So it's like thinking that you weren't courageous enough to be on this journey, thinking that you couldn't do something through separation. Guys, we did a pick a card on Friday night. So if you guys missed it, go check it out after this live, right? Not right now, but after this live. I did a pick a box actually, because I talked about how sometimes when I'm in separation, it feels like the box, right? Like you're stuck in a box type of energy. And so we did the pick a card and we talked about separation. And I actually brought up several points of why separation, like what's the purpose of separation? How is it helpful, right? And what do we learn through periods of separation? So we talked about that on Friday night, and that is also going to be posted over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. I see the Two of Wands, making an important decision, deciding which way to go. Let's see if it comes back out. The Pride card. I think both masculine and feminine just had this energy, like I think they didn't have enough pride in themselves, for one, enough confidence. And it's like they thought they couldn't do something, but we're learning that we've mastered something. It's not, I mean, it's like more than that. It's like conquered something. Look at that. Eight of Swords comes out, and this is like one of the nastiest Eight of Swords there is. Guys, there's no ugly cards, okay? All tarot cards are here to help us and guide us and show us energy so that we can make better decisions and become better people. That's it, right? But there are going to be like some cards that I guess we don't like as much as other cards, I guess you could say, right? And I'm gonna say that in, you know, each tarot deck is very similar to the Rider Waite. I'm not gonna go scrolling through there and show you the Eight of Swords, but in the regular Eight of Swords, it's the lady standing out in the field with the 8 swords encircling her, and she has like the blindfold on, and she has all those vines wrapped around her, right? And the meaning of the card says that she actually can, she's free. The the idea that she's stuck or bound to something is a self-restriction. It's something she's telling herself. It's not really true. The vines are actually really loose. She can wiggle right out of them. The circle isn't fully enclosed. She could walk right through it. You know what I mean? It's that energy. But every once in a while, you'll get a tarot set that the Eight of Swords is extreme, extreme. You guys, you know the story. I always tell the story. Sandra gave me those unicorn tarot, right? And the unicorn's legs were all tied up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen an Eight of Swords that's so restricted. How is this unicorn going to get free? And she kind of laughed at me and she said, Rosa, unicorns are magic. Like, he doesn't need his legs. He can just fly. And I was like, oh. In this one, the Eight of Swords, Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, she is hung by her arms. There are like these shackles around her wrists, and there's these swords that are placed underneath her. So it's like this is a lose-lose situation here, because it looks like if she was to trip, slip, if she was to put her foot on there to try to gain some leverage, whatever it is she's trying to do, she could cut herself, she could hurt herself, she could bleed, right? It took me a really long time to figure out the meaning of this card, the purpose of the card, the purpose of the artwork on the card, right? And then I noticed her gloves. I noticed her gloves. And I thought about it for a moment. And we do have this energy where, like, in this journey, it happened to me just literally minutes before the live started, where it's like we don't want to get our hands dirty, right? We don't want to get our hands dirty. We want to be able to do this journey and show people how absolutely wonderful this Lover's card is, right? And show everybody all the abundance and things that we manifest, and show people how we've healed, and you know that everything tastes like chocolate cake, right? That's what we want to do, but that's not the reality of this journey. Like, if that was the reality of this journey, there'd be no twin flame readers. We wouldn't be talking about it. We wouldn't be sitting here, you know, having this conversation where only you and I know what I'm talking about, right? So I feel like the Eight of Swords, the self-restriction, it's like we're gonna have to, this journey isn't easy. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of purpose here. So we're definitely going to have to remove those gloves. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty and do something that maybe, you know, we didn't want to do. I actually didn't mean to pull that card. I actually meant to pull that Eight of Swords, which I have lost back in the shuffle. And I pulled the Four of Swords instead. How interesting is that? Four of Swords is a blessing in disguise. It says there's a blessing in disguise. So in other words, it's a period of healing. I feel like that's this whole journey. So the Pride card could be saying that we had this blessing in disguise where we got to break free from a self-restriction, right? We didn't see it, we cursed it, right? How many of you cursed your journey? How many of you cursed your twin or your twin journey? You can curse them all you want. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really work, just letting you know. The Magician is here. It is the as above, so below. But what I heard was as within, so without. So that's the message with the Magician today. Virgo energy coming out strongly. Mercury energy. It's going to be Mercury, right? All right. So we had Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Virgo. On the bottom, there's that Two of Wands that we've seen earlier. So an important decision to be made. Which direction will we go? All right, so I think I'm going to pull the Romance Angels, and we'll do Head, Heart, and Higher Self. I will start with the masculine side first. Masculine seems to be doing some self-reflection over there. I get to talk about it. Yay! sometimes I don't know like what I'm supposed to or I'm not supposed to. Something happened to me today. Again, I posted this over on Facebook. Um, Something happened today, and I noticed, I don't know, I guess about 2 or 3 o'clock, look at the Love Yourself First card, that something was happening that had been happening over the last 24 hours. That was so significant. It was, again, undeniable. You couldn't walk away from it. I had to look at it and be like, oh my gosh, this is happening. And it was really weird experience where, again, over the last 24 hours, I feel like spirit gave me multiple opportunities to see karma, or I guess how the scales of justice, I guess you could say, were balanced out to people who caused me harm in this lifetime. I know, right? That's not normal, y'all. Like that's not, I don't know. I don't really honestly know like why I got to see all this, why it was so much. Like it was so much in such a short period of time. And it was like so just obvious. I couldn't get away from it. And I almost didn't want to see it. I started to feel bad for some of these people, right? Like I was like, oh my gosh. But and not in just like any amount of time. Like I just found out like things that happened to people years ago, right? Like somebody did something to me. They are, not in my area, not in my energy anymore. And it's like I found out things that happened to them like after, right? And this is again like years ago. And you want to know what else is like really interesting that I found out? It seems like, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like it caused these people to have their own awakening, to experience their own dark night of the soul. Like, how interesting is that? Tell me if you guys have a spirit ever shown you anything like that? Have you ever been able to see, and I mean in a short period of time, I don't know, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like I feel like I still haven't processed all of that information just yet. All right, masculine headspace. So let's look at masculine energy thoughts. We have the romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I'm getting like they're starting to understand that. I feel like they're just having compassion for themselves, understanding, and really it's the clarity. The clarity helps, right? In the heart space, we have the flirt card. It says, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Finance and career is going to be in the higher self space. So this is where higher self wants masculine energy to focus. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. The flirt card could be a message from Divine Feminine or to Divine Feminine. We'll see in just a moment. All right, so now I'm looking at Divine Feminine, head, heart, higher self. So your thoughts, let go of control issues, allow a situation to unfold naturally. Look at us surrendering. Do you see that? That's what's happening. Like we're surrendering to the journey. We're not trying to control the outcome anymore. We're not trying to make anybody feel bad for anything. We're not trying to force anybody to do anything. We're not twisting arms, right? Like we're totally, that's done, right? So I don't know, I just freaking love it. And it's probably because we're seeing the situation unfold naturally, right? All right, let's look in that heart space. Let's see if the twins are sending messages back and forth. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay, so the messages are going back and forth. The flirt card is going to be from masculine to feminine, and the unrequited love is going to be from feminine to masculine. So flirt is going to be the action that's either desired or wanted, or maybe they're thinking about doing. And the unrequited love is going to be the feeling that divine feminine wants to express. I feel like this is how we feel. Like it's not equal at this time. It's not balanced at this time. And I do feel like for most divine feminines, you're really starting to enforce your boundaries, and you're really you're seeing your worth, right? So it's like you're taking less crap, and you're just enforcing more boundaries, right? So heart to heart conversation, honestly discuss your feelings with each other is in the higher self. I can totally relate to this because I feel like that is the message that spirit has been giving me. It's like we have these times when we have reunion periods, right? I always say they're like a time of like reboost, or like to recharge your batteries, right? And then you go back out in the world and fight all the things again, right? But I have been feeling like these, and I really don't know what this means. It kind of makes me a little nervous, but again, my faith needs to be bigger than my fear. But I do feel like spirit is kind of telling me like these moments of reunion are definitely to reboost and recharge, right? But they are like they're I can't think of the word. I'm trying to think of um valuable. They're valuable, and they're it's like you don't want to waste them, right? You don't want to waste them. You want to have the conversations that you need to have during those periods, so that you're able to move forward, so that you're able to get that full recharge through that reunion period. We talked about those too when we talked about the separation and that card on Friday night. So again, if you guys missed that, over on our YouTube channel. Give your relationship a chance is on the bottom. Work on your partnership. All right, I'm going to pull some message cards. I did add some new ones, so we may see some of those new ones. I'm going to pull 3 from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine, and then I'll do 3 from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Remember, these can be higher self messages. These can be things they want to say but feel like they can't for some reason. These can be things that have been, a lot of times I get like that typed it out, got ready to send a message, but then I deleted it type of feeling, right? And most of these come from my own journey. I think that's why you guys like them so much, because they're real, right? So I have like, the soulmate love messages that are super cute. They say things like, I love you, and stuff like that. But these are, they're real, right? All right, I never expected any of this to happen. I do get this sense that there is some big reflection going on Divine Masculine side. And I've always said like there's not a guilty party here. Nobody ever went out seeking this to happen, right? I'm not saying like I think sometimes people think that because one energy or another could be a little bit of a player, a little bit of like a Knight of Cups type of energy, that guy that takes his cup around everywhere just trying to get somebody to fill his cup of love, right? I think because we see that, it's like we think that well, they must have asked for this. Well, they must have pushed this. They must have pursued this situation, right? And it's never actually that way. Like if you really break down the journey, no one asked to go through the painful crap that we go through, right? We have come too far to turn around now. I can't remember how the quote goes. My person likes to send quotes. I think it goes, we have come too far to turn around now. I forget how it goes, but there was something about like we could practically do anything. Oh no, I'm thinking of the other one that says we've done so much with so little that we can practically do anything. We have come too far to turn around now just seems like we're there. We're definitely reaching some pinnacle moment. It does feel like a shift in this collective energy for sure. I don't know what that means or where it's going, but I just know like it's unstuck, right? I know you're upset with me. I'm sorry is here. This is going to be about expectations. The easiest way to deal with this energy is release all expectations. You taught me that I have purpose is on the bottom. You're going to see that most of these divine masculines are now starting to follow their purpose. They have somehow aligned their purpose to align with their day-to-day life, right? All right, let's do 3 from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Only those who care about you can hear you when you are quiet. I'm getting something about the telepathy here. It is this energy too, though, between the masculine and feminine, where you feel like that you don't really need to say any words, right? Conversations are wonderful, right? You can have the longest, most beautiful, in-depth conversation with your twin counterpart. But it's almost unnecessary. Like, really, eye contact is where I feel most communication happens, right? And look at this, your eyes always talk to me, big confirmation from spirit. And I'm trying to send you a message in your dreams. I'm getting this is higher self. So Divine Feminine, start writing your dreams down. And I know a lot of you say, like, I don't remember my dreams, Rosa. Okay, grab your dream journal and then write down your first thoughts of the day for the first, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And keep doing that. Read those journal entries, and you'll start to see that those first few thoughts of your day are bringing in messages from whatever it is that you dreamed about. I'm glad you got to vent is on the bottom. That's one of the new ones. All right, let's do magical times for guidance to close it out, and then we'll go jump over to that list. I see all kinds of people coming in on Twitch. King High. All right. Destiny, my absolute favorite card in this Oracle set. Acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. Look at the confirmation Spirit is giving me today. Love, listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1,000,000 reasons to love. I'm going to say something, and I just want you to know that this is definitely like higher self message being sent to me here. But I've always used to say that I didn't think that we were meant to just love one person, and that's still true. I'm not changing that. We are meant to love everyone, everything unconditionally. But I feel like the 1,000,000 reasons. There's also, I know, let's get ready. There's 1,000,000 reasons to also be in that holding space energy, right? To be in the holding space. And I know we don't like the holding space because we're like, oh, I'm not waiting for nobody, Rosa. Bleep that. Okay, I get that. I totally agree and I totally understand. But I've recently learned that holding space didn't have anything to do with waiting for someone, right? Holding space was about my commitment to my own healing journey between me and source, me and spirit, right? So that's what holding space is in this journey. Doesn't mean that you're waiting for any person at all whatsoever. And I think now there's a different meaning for me in this card, the 1,000,000 reasons to love. There's 1,000,000 reasons for me to hold space. And we have the change card. You're transforming. Let go of the past and embrace the light and joy of this new day. Sacred space is on the bottom. It does show the dragonfly sticking out to me strongly. It says, take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power and stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. Somebody has a dragonfly pin or brooch. I feel like brooch is really like older. A pin. I don't know. Something about a dragonfly pin. All right, guys, that's your collective. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. I'm going to pop up here what we're doing tonight. And I'm going to check out that list. Vanessa on Facebook, Jenna on YouTube, Sandra on YouTube, Victoria on YouTube, Kit Kat on YouTube, Rochelle on YouTube, Tribulator on Twitch, and King High on Twitch. guys make sure to let me know which reading you want to do when I call your name. I know there's always several options. I like to make things complicated. How's the music? Is the music too loud? Do you even hear any music? I think I finally found some music that we won't get in trouble for playing in the background, and it won't put me to sleep. King High says, I don't have a twin flame, unfortunately. King High, this is not the first time you've been in here. So I promise you that you have a spiritual connection in some shape, way, form, or fashion. And you're learning how to balance your own masculine and feminine energy. Now, I used to think that if you hadn't met your person, then you weren't on this same type of spiritual awakening journey. I have learned that just because someone's journey doesn't look exactly like mine does not mean that they're not on the same type of spiritual awakening journey. Sweet. Sandra says no music. Perfect. All right. Vanessa, I seen it somewhere on here. Yep, I see it. And that's the first one in here today. I remember seeing your name. All right, let me take the video down. Vanessa wants a general read. I'm going to pull the angel and ancestors out for the general reads. No, I'm not. I'm going to pull the Moonology or Queen of the Moon out because, you know, it's the freaking Pisces new moon. How about this, Vanessa? We'll pull from the Queen of the Moon, and then we'll pull a guidance card from the angels and ancestors. All right, so general guidance. So right away, I'm being told that you actually have a question about something. You actually want to know something. Oh, you're thinking about your question. Are you thinking about your question, Vanessa? You don't have to tell me what it is. All right, here we go. Let's see what comes out. This may just be some confirmation. Surrender comes out. It's number 26. Look at that, Queen of the Moon, sovereignty, and the Void card is here. The Void is like a pause, reflect, redirect your energy. I do see the self-reflection card on the bottom. I feel like really right now the message is, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. And I think that's going to help you surrender on something that has to do with like a whole new part. I feel like something's happening to you right now, Vanessa, where you're like, why is this happening right now? Like, I've been this far and I've done this work and I went this way. So why am I having to do this? And there is something about like feeling tested, but understanding that you're sovereign, understanding that you can implement all the lessons that you've learned. And I feel like because you've surrendered, it's going to be, this could be like an alignment. Like maybe you detoured and you got so far down the path and you were like, man, spirit, this was way further than I expected, didn't mean to come this far, something like that. And it's almost like you're grateful for the alignment, able to start over. And I just want to say, it is, you know, new moon energy. We have animal guardian, trust your instincts. I did feel like you were looking for confirmation, so that in itself could be the confirmation. Protection guardian is on the bottom. It says drop your shields. All right, Vanessa, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Vanessa got that sovereignty card, Queen of the Moon, right away. We don't get to see her very often. I feel like you guys will know when I'm doing my things and when I'm in alignment, right? Um, because we see her more often, right? All right. Jenna next. I totally didn't write my list down. I know, you guys. I just jumped right in with the readings. I'm totally, I'm so confident in my moderators, though. They're just amazing. And I know it's totally going to be fine. All right, Jenna. And Jenna's getting the spring equinox. So seed, water, bloom, and spring cleaning and growth. Link to website. How can I put my link to my website on Twitch? I don't know. Maybe, I guess we could just like type it in the chat, maybe. Look, let me see if I can do this. Honestly, I don't know if it'll let me like put a link. But we could try, right? Can't hurt none. Did it go? All right, so reading list. So Sandra after Jenna, I'm assuming, right? Yes. Victoria, take out Michelle. Okay. Jenna, spring equinox. Okay, I'm gonna pull Energy Oracle out. And just because we did the one like that, I'm gonna pull the Angel Inspiration for a guidance. All right, Jenna. Spring equinox. The first thing I'm going to look at is what seed you have planted. What seed you have planted. I actually didn't make this one, guys. I found this one on, oh, I don't know, somewhere on the internet. I think it was Pinterest, but I loved it. The seed, water, bloom. All right. The seed you planted, door to value, something that has some sort of value. I do see the hostilities card, so it's not coming to you easily. All right, let's look at the water. So what you need to do to nourish it. How do you nourish it? Healer of the ages. I heard healing practices. So you have planted a seed that has something to do with money, value, and it has something to do with your own healing journey, because how you're going to water this value is by continuing on your own healing journey, your own healing practice. All right, let's look at how it's going to bloom, how this seed is going to bloom in your life. I did see that second chakra. Second chakra is that solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, sorry. And it is where we store that shame and guilt and resorts. So we have victory here. So how it's going to bloom in your life is it's going to bring this massive victory. I love it. I also see appreciation. All right, Jenna, let's see. Spring cleaning, what do you need to let go of? Spring cleaning, what do you need to let go of? We have blossoming abundance. I feel like Spirit's not going to tell you to let go of what the new thing is that comes in. So I think you could have some thoughts that like, oh, this is never going to get here. I feel like the picture looks foggy, like you're not able to see it clearly. Spirit saying, let your faith be bigger than your fear, right? All right, so the growth, spring growth, what to embrace. Look at this. We have caring connection coming out. How interesting is that? Financial constraints is on the bottom. It doesn't necessarily have to be about money. It could say you just didn't plan on something. You didn't plan on something. The caring connection does talk about a very specific connection between two people that work together in some way, a partnership, teamwork. It talks about how this friendship starts as something very innocent and grows into something much more than these people ever expected, right? All right, Jenna, here's your guidance. Look at this twin flame card. You have number 24, Universal Heart. I love it. All right, Jenna, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right. So Sandra is next, and she also wants the spring equinox. All right, y'all, I gotta change up my music just a little bit. Give me just a second. Okay, so sorry. I have something playing or I'll just fall asleep. All right. So we were at Sandra. Thank you, Jenna. Scorpio, spring equinox. King High, did you get my donation? Let me look at my phone. Let's see. I did get it. Yes, sir. All right. I love how you sent it to my website. I didn't even know you could do that. Totally cool. How cool is that? All right. Let me. Okay, so are you picking a free reading and it's a donation, or were you doing the love messages? I think love messages was $5. And Sandra, bear with me, please. I'm gonna go ahead and do King High on Twitch, and then I'll come back to yours. I had some love questions about. Okay, so questions are a little bit more energy exchange involved, but the $5 will cover the love messages, which I could pull. And if you had specific questions, it's very possible that if you just think about your questions, it could answer that question. You want to try it and see? And then my question to you is, are you looking for a current energy on a certain person? Like, are you wanting to know what a certain person is dealing with right now? Okay. All right. Just ask me your question. Let me know. What's the question? Said it didn't have a twin. I'm like, wait. I don't know what to do with the love messages. But it's okay. It's okay, King High. Just ask me your question. Okay. I'm not gonna pick that one just so it's so big. Let me pick this one. My donation. And we will shut this thing down. And let's pull some tarot. The first card I seen was the Chariot. It's Cancer energy. It's a mom, like a motherly, nurturing type of energy. Ooh, some stuckage. Ooh, look at that. King of Cups. King of Cups is my clue card for Divine Masculine energy. Pretty interesting that card comes out. All right. This is you. So King High, right? King of Cups. Okay, so King of Cups, are you a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces by chance? And my question, I feel, okay, so King of Cups is a counselor, a mentor, a therapist, and coach, right? I've personally added coach. These are people that have their emotions in check type of energy. These are people that are very compassionate, they have understanding, all these types of things. But they're also very giving, like, right? Like, remember, there's a king of cups is love. So, like, you're very giving with your love, right? The teamwork card, partnership, it just tells me that you're looking for a partnership, someone to come in and do the work with you type of thing, right? I feel like there is someone coming, so you probably sense this energy, and that's why you're asking, or probably why you're drawn to all of this to begin with. Six of Wands is about being noticed. It's notoriety. It actually talks about how this person rides into town and they ride in on their horse of victory, and all the town people show up to cheer them on and encourage them, and they're just celebrating all their, all his victories and achievements. This is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This person, the Five of Cups, is throwing me off a little bit here because this could be saying that this person needs help. It could say that this person feels like maybe they've been abandoned or rejected or left out in the cold. But it also says that it's okay to ask for help. So it's like this person could come to you in a way that they're asking you for help, which is really interesting because collectively right now, I mean, like, seriously, right now, we are all being asked in one shape, way, or form or another. If you're in contact with your twin, you're being asked to help one another, right? Again, in one shape, form, or another. So let's say you maybe haven't met this person. I feel like you may have, like, this card is throwing me off, like it's someone maybe from the past. Maybe they feel like they've been rejected or left out in the cold, something. Okay, regardless of all that, the Fool is the message, and it says that you have to take a leap of faith. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. So it's like when this energy come in, something about the Five of Pentacles could scare you a little bit about this person. Like, I don't know, maybe they're a past person. Maybe you rejected them before. Maybe they rejected you before. Maybe they come in, this is a new person, and maybe they're injured. Maybe they need help. Maybe they're suffering with, like, you know, sadness because they've been doing something on their own for a very long time too. I mean, it's very possible. Either way, whenever it goes down, you're going to be nervous about it. You're going to be sketchy about it. And Spirit's saying you're going to have to take the leap of faith. Your faith is going to have to be bigger than your fear. And this could be for both of you too, where it could be saying, like, you're not together at the moment. It's like your faith has to be bigger than your fear. You have to take the leap of faith knowing that this person is coming, right? On the bottom, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups says you have choices, options, but it also says be very cautious when making those choices. Make sure you're thinking things through, you know, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, a Cancer sign, which was the Chariot. We saw the Chariot. Okay, so here's what I can tell you about the person that you're asking about. They're going to be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I feel like it's very possible they could be like tall, thin, light skin, light hair. Definitely, like, I feel like it's different, something different than what you're normally used to. And if this is someone from your past who like returns, it's like they come back in a lot more humble way than when they left, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. What options? I don't know. It says you're gonna have options. Be very cautious in choosing. Be very cautious. All right, Sandra. And Sandra was spring equinox. All right, I'm going to stick with the energy oracle. That's interesting. I read your comment that says having a lot of bad luck lately, and I definitely got like the karma balance type of thing. Do you feel like, one, have you been seeing a lot of zeros everywhere you live, like zeros? And do you feel like you have some karma to balance out, or do you, like for me, when I was getting to this point, I felt like I was actually getting to a point where I felt like my karma was balanced out. I kept seeing zeros everywhere, and they call it like the 0 point. And then I took, you know, new karma. I made new karma, you know, because we're human, and that's what we're here to do, is learn lessons. All right, Sandra, spring equinox. Let's see what seeds you have planted. What seeds you have planted. Let me click on your thing so you all know. Guys, don't forget, fire signs is tomorrow night. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius tomorrow night. And I have already posted that thumbnail so you guys can hit that notify me button. All right, Sandra, the seed that you have planted, we have angel of balance, moderation coming out. I'm definitely getting that Libra energy, scales of justice type of energy. The seed you've planted is just about balancing every area of your life out. This isn't just about your own masculine and feminine. This is all areas of life. All right, water. So what to do to nourish it? What to do to nourish it? We have the temple path. Trust that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The temple path, I do see that yin yang, out with the old and with the new. But it's also the card that says you're exactly where you're supposed to be. We see this card. If you look it up in the energy oracle, it'll talk about how you will pull this card when you feel like maybe you've made a detour, like maybe you've, you know, went off the beaten path in some way, and now you feel like, oh, I'm in the wrong place, wrong time type of thing. Not the case, not possible. Remember, I always say, Sandra, like our soul has one path on this lifetime, right? It's just one path. Do we like cut off the sides here and there to go learn different lessons? Yes, we do. And then spirit aligns us back to our path, right? And that's the alignment. I don't think that those are considered mistakes, right? I think that is more of a lesson that needed to be learned. And I do feel that it makes you stronger, wiser, smarter, all the things when you're brought back into alignment. So how you're going to nourish it is know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, so let's see how the seed of balance is going to bloom in your life. You have the appreciation card. I think, look at the blooms, you see them? I think it's going to, because you're able to have such balance, I know this is about you appreciating your own journey, but I'm also getting the sense that those around you are going to show you appreciation. You're bringing balance to a lot more than just your own journey, and it's like that could be appreciated by others around you. All right, spring cleaning, what you need to let go of. What you need to let go of. We have the garden and the gate. It's the safe zone. Sandra, look at the action card. The action card says it's moving so quickly. There's a blur in the picture. So I am getting the energy that you're, the safe zone. I like to call it my safe room, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is I don't want to go out. I want to stay right here in my comfort zone, my safe room. Spirit's definitely saying that you're going to have to unlock that gate, go out into that great expansion, right? All right, spring growth. Let's look at what you need to embrace. What you need to embrace. We have blossoming abundance coming back out. It's number 3, my favorite. Indecision is here. It's like if you want the new abundance, you're going to have to make a direct decision, right? Not this like, wavering back and forth type of energy. You just got to pick it and go. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Erica, beautiful lady. You are not too late. I don't think we've even closed the list yet. Lias Cloud. Did I say that right on Twitch? Ooh, look at that. Sandra says, I just told my big boss Friday that it is time to leave the comfort zone. I freaking love that, Sandra. Or boo pies? Like, is that a bad word? All right, guys. Let me see where we're at. I'm getting write my list out. I don't know where I was thinking. All right. So we just did Sandra. So Victoria on YouTube is next. Victoria, let me know that you waited so very patiently. And which reading Kit Kat is going to be after Victoria on YouTube. Let me know, ladies, that you're both still here. I don't know. Kit Kat could be your guy. I don't know. Says no, it's Bubbles, sweet. All right, Pisces new moon. All right, Pisces new moon is 3 cards. I'm gonna use the Queen of the Moon. Sorry. For Pisces new moon. All right, so 3 cards. Queen of the Moon, Oracle. First thing I'm looking at is how you can connect with your intuition more. Victoria, how can you connect with your intuition more? Have the Trust card. Ooh, and the Egg comes out, and Wisdom. Spirit's saying, like, you've learned so much, Victoria. Like, you need to look and see how much or how far you've come type of energy. See that stack of books she's standing on? This is not just wisdom from experience. You've also taken that experience. You've opened books, right? You've researched, you've done a lot of work here. Trust that what it is you know is true, right? That's the energy that I'm getting. All right, what is your higher self asking you to create right now? What is your higher self asking you to create right now? I did see the blue moon, expect the unexpected card, and we have the release card and boundaries. Your higher self is asking you to create healthy boundaries and to enforce those boundaries, right, guys? It's not hard to create a boundary. Like we can say, like, I'm not gonna let anybody walk on me. We can say that all we want, but if we don't enforce it, then what's the point of the boundary, right? Kind of the energy that I'm getting there. All right, last card is what new seeds should you plant? What new seeds should you plant? All right, we have the patience card. I love that you got this one. Nourishment. Nourishment is about balancing mind, body, and soul. But the patience card is the green corn moon card. It is a full moon card, and it's this energy about understanding that something that you've been waiting for is coming in, but you're not waiting for it in this lack mentality. You're not going, oh, spirit, I don't have this thing. I missed this thing. Give me this thing, right? Because you know it's already coming. So you're living your life like you already have it. Wow, I just thought of something and it's clicking in my brain. Let me catch it. Okay. I watched the show. Guys, on Netflix. It was called One Day. And I did go back and watched it all the way to the end. I don't know if you guys remember, but I stopped with like one show left and I was like, that's it. I'm not watching no more of that crap. It's an amazing show, y'all. You can't listen to me in the first 2 or 3 days that something's happened. I'm an Aries and my emotions are always really high. But anyway, in the show, something happens. I don't want to be like, spoiler alert. If you're gonna watch it, plug your ears. But the young man's dad and mom, his mom passes away from cancer, and the young man gets to experience his dad live his life without his mom, right? And the whole story is definitely like a big twin flame. I mean, there was so many signs in that show; it was ridiculous. Type of theory, right? Based show. And they do get together at the end. Of course, he wastes so much time. You know what I'm saying? And something horrible happens to her. I'm trying not to completely ruin the show for everybody. And she passes. Okay, she passes, and so he's sitting at this, in the living room with his dad on this couch, just kind of sitting across from each other in the show. And the dad gives him this advice, and he said, "You have to get up every day and live your life like she's still here. You have to get up every day and live your life, do what you would do regularly, and pretend you're just waiting for her to come through that door at any minute." And he looked at his son and he said, "What do you think I've been doing for the last 10 years?" It was such a monumental moment in that show. It was like one of the second or third, I think it was second to last episode of the show. And that's exactly what this card means. So, Victoria, you have to live your life every day like they're still here, like they're going to come through that door any minute. You can't live in a lack mentality. You can't say, I don't have this thing, because you'll just continue not to have it, right? So you have to live like it's already there with you. You're not waiting for anything. You're whole and completely have everything you need right now. All right. I hope that was helpful. All right. Sweet. All right, Kit Kat on YouTube. Have we seen Kit Kat on YouTube? I haven't seen Kit Kat on YouTube. Let's see. Michelle on YouTube. Let me know which one we're doing. Was it Equinox? Yeah, I see it. Equinox. Tribby later on Twitch. And Erica on YouTube. You're so very welcome, Victoria. Thank you. Ishika on YouTube. Hello. Pisces new moon, please. All right. I do see that. I do see that. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and do Erica's because I'm already there. But I will come back. But my question is, she said that was such an amazing read. I definitely resonated with it. And that reading was for Victoria. So my question is, did she resonate with Victoria's reading? And this is, I just point this out because this is why Spirit asked me to do these readings live. Like this is the whole point of POR, is to come in here and do these readings live so that when you guys hear the other person's reading, you can be like, oh my you know, that's happening to me too, right? And that's how you realize this is, you know, we are one. All right, I am on Erica, so I'm going to go ahead with Erica. Let's do Pisces new moon, how you can connect with your intuition. We have the masculine energy, ooh, and the boundaries card again. So having healthy boundaries with your masculine, enforcing your boundaries with masculine, that's going to be a message there. But the masculine energy, how you can connect with your intuition, always trust that the messages that are coming from the masculine. I heard that too. But it's about balancing your own inner masculine and feminine energies. Balancing your own inner masculine and feminine energies. It's like when you do that, you'll be able to connect with your intuition. It's not about being able to connect. You're always connected. It's about being able to hear it loud and clear, right? All right, what is your higher self asking you to create? Apparently we need 2 cards, so I'm going to take both of them. Ooh, wow, look at that. Action and power. So Spirit's saying you need to take action using your own power, and this is the full moon power. So what your higher self is asking you to create, this is about your own abilities, tapping into your own spiritual powers. All right, what new seeds should you plant? What new seeds should you plant? We have realization. There's a key. Someone is the key or something is the key. Assessing is also on the bottom. It's look how far you've come type of energy. I feel like that's been coming up a lot for all of us, right? But realization, number 3, what new seeds should you plant is something about like realizing that something was the key all along, right? All right, Erica, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Kit Kat on YouTube. Thank you, Erica. And Tribulator on Twitch. I just realized that we're at 1.5 hours, so let's go ahead and close that list. I'll go ahead and pull that closed list banner up real quick. All right, Kit Kat on YouTube. Let me know that you're still here. And Michelle, Tribulator on Twitch. Let me know that you're still here. All right, going once, going twice. Michelle, which one did you want to do? There she is. Spring Equinox. I see it. I see it right up here. Alright, I'm going to pick this one just so that it's not so big, doesn't take the whole screen. And I am using the Energy Oracle. I just seen that man holding a coin. It has something to do with understanding your own worth. But I mean, I definitely picked up like a masculine energy. It's not your energy, it's like someone around you. So you could be dealing with a masculine energy that is teaching you something about your own self-worth. All right, let's look at the seed, what it is that you have planted, what it is that you have planted. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, it's about speaking, communication. A lot of times when we get throat chakra, we get like coughs and things that feel like we're being blocked from saying something. Throat chakra is also about hearing something. So the seed you've planted is for someone to talk to you or someone to hear you. All right, so how you're going to nourish this seed. We have rest and rejuvenation. You're going to keep meditating on it. You're going to keep manifesting whatever it is that you're pulling together there, because look at the third chakra. It's going to be your solar plexus. It's about your personal power. All right, let's look at the bloom, how it will bloom in your life. Ooh, we have hostilities coming out. We also have the appreciation card. All right, so I'm just going to say it, okay, Kat, ready? I feel like it's very possible that you're trying to get someone to talk to you or communicate with you. And there could be something here that has something to do with like divine timing. And you could be pushing something, and I'm not saying they're going to be hostile towards you, but I do this too. Okay, I'm doing it right now. Okay, so it's like, because we don't like believe in divine timing, or we don't trust in divine timing, or whatever our reason is, it's like we have to like try to control things or try to get people to do certain things, like communicate, right? And it's like a lot of times this happens when we're dealing with like twin flames, and we're dealing like twin flame separation, right? That's a lot of times when this type of energy comes up, and it's like you're trying to force the communication. And when you're trying to force the communication, what happens is the communication comes in, but it's more challenging than it would have been had both parties waited for divine timing, right? Does that make sense? So I feel like it's gonna have something to do, like you're trying to push something, and it's very possible. I mean, I feel like you have the power to do it, really, but it's very possible that it could make things a little bit more challenging for you. All right, let's look at spring cleaning, what you need to let go of. We have fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. That's the heart chakra. Well, Spirit's not going to tell you to let go of the heart chakra, but Spirit will tell you to remove any blocks from the heart chakra, right? Blocks in the heart chakra, it's where you could be angry at someone and you're having a hard time like understanding why they did a certain thing or why they're not doing a certain thing, something like that. All right, let's look at the spring growth. This is what you need to embrace. We have that appreciation card coming out, caring connection. Let's talk about that caring connection real quick, Kit Kat. All right, caring connection, again, really specific. It came up earlier. Excuse me. It says these two people meet in a work environment. I mean, that's how specific this card is. Teamwork, partnership. It talks about how they get along so well with each other that people think they're in a relationship. They're not. They just get along really well. They work really well together. They encourage each other really well. They inspire each other really well, right? It definitely gives me like a spiritual connection type of vibe with the caring connection card. It talks about how the relationship grows very quickly and unexpectedly, right? All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Perfect. I love it. All right, so we have Michelle, right? Michelle, cat and flight, captain flight. Michelle over Twitch. We had Tribulator over there. So if Tribulator didn't hang out, I will pick a different one. I'll pick a different one. So if you hang out, be patient. You could be next. All right, Equinox, please. It's gonna be different. Ready? I heard this message. It said, "Tell me what I need to hear." And at first, I thought it was you. And you were just being open to the reading. It was like, "Yeah, Rosa, tell me what I need to hear." No. I feel like there is an energy around you, and they're expecting you to give them some answer to something. I feel like this person is I don't know, there's like frustration, like I want to do something, but I can't. So it's like, tell me that I can. You know what I mean? Like open the door for me, something like that. It's almost like this energy doesn't want to like make a decision without your input first, like without you saying it's okay first. All right, so the seed you have planted, you know that I dropped it. It's a community card, coming together. Somebody could be healing from third party, definitely. But it's more about like coming together, finding like minds, supportive community, support is what I'm getting. All right, how to nourish it. How to nourish it. We have happy family. Look at that. It's giving me the 10 of Cups feeling, like emotional contentment, happy home, happy family. All right, let's look at the bloom card. So how it will bloom in your own life. How it will bloom in your own life. We have woman holding a heart. This is about unconditional love. It's number 44, manifestation, heart chakra. It's like it's opening up your heart chakra so you can call in all the things that you want, right? All right, spring cleaning. What to let go of. What to let go of. Woman holding a coin. So woman holding a coin, this energy comes down to teach you something about your own self-worth. So what Spirit's going to tell you to let go of is any disbelief that you have, any negative assumption, whatever, about your own spiritual abilities, because the black cat is sticking out to me. That's what you need to let go of. You need to have faith and trust in your own spiritual abilities, or the worth of those abilities. That's what it is, the worth of those abilities. All right, let's look at spring growth. So this is going to be what you need to embrace, what you need to embrace. I've seen that third eye, brow chakra. All right, we have angel of love here. This is unconditional love. Wow. I know it's so out there, but just hear me out. I heard making a baby. You're not making a baby per se, but you are making like, I almost said like a twin flame baby. Okay, these energies are coming together, right? And when they come together, you create something. Like I created PLR. This is my baby, right? So it's like you're creating something for you out of your own journey. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, sweet. This is definitely resonates. Sweet, sweet. All right. So was that, what was the Twitch situation? So it was this person, Tribulator. So there's no Tribulator on Twitch anymore. I know it's so hard for Twitch to wait sometimes. Nobody multi-streams on Twitch, guys, because in order to be monetized over there, you can't multi-stream. I have given up my fight with Twitch. Like, they're not going to change the rules, apparently. So it is what it is, right? But we have 200 followers over there, so I'm not just going to stop streaming on Twitch because Twitch wants to be mean to us. And I'm not going to stop multi-streaming. So, yeah. I know it's hard to be patient. All right, Serenity of Wind. Let me know if you're still here. Captain Flight. Let me know if you're still here. I see Serenity of Wind. Just a general. Oh, thank you, Michelle. All right, Captain Flight. Let me know if you're still there. And I'm just going to read the general out of the angels and ancestors for Serenity. All right. Yes. All right, here we go. Angels, ancestors, and I'm hearing the word spirit guides. Oh, yeah. All right, so we have the high priest, intend and create. We have white witch, be the light. And we have star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Broken arrow is on the bottom. It says, embrace the energy of peace. I feel like it's very possible you have, when the high priest is definitely sticking out to me. It's kind of like the Hierophant, right? It is intend and create. It's interesting because I want to show you. I know it takes forever, but I'm just gonna show. Oh my gosh, it was the second card. Look at that. The high priest and the high priestess in this deck. Like, I want to show you. See how they make a picture together? So it is a synergy about coming together with something or someone. And you're manifesting, you're creating, you're not just you're creating the life you want, but it's not just about you and the life that you want. You're also helping others create the life that they want, right? The White Witch, I was, calling in angels, ancestors, and I heard the spirit guides. Now that happens to me a lot with these cards, because I just tend to forget it, and it's like spirit reminds me, but it was really specific and special towards you. So there's going to be something about spirit guides maybe showing you about your own divinity, your own inner wisdom, like your own abilities, something like that. And then you have the star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. So clearly some purpose, some mission here. I don't know. I feel like you may not be doing it just yet, but I feel like this is just more confirmation. Like you've probably gotten confirmation like this before, right? All right. I hope that was helpful. Carly Angels, come on. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Please come back, join us tomorrow night. Remember, we're going to be doing the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I did go ahead and create that thumbnail and set that live stream. So for those of you over on Facebook and YouTube, you can hit that notify me button so it lets you know when we are going live. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone who came in, hung out. I appreciate all of you so very much. Everyone who participated, donated. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. All my moderators, Michelle, Sandra, thank you so much for helping over on Twitch and on Facebook and on YouTube. I appreciate you ladies so very, very much. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see everyone tomorrow night, fire signs, 8 p.m. Central Time. Remember, guys, we did just have daylight savings, so I know the time's a little off for everyone. But 8 p.m. Central Time, I'll be here tomorrow night, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, guys, have a good night. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.